So it's been a minute, but I'm back. It's Spilling Tea with Tina. And tonight I have two hilarious guests in the building, repping for the DMV. We got Devin, a.k.a. Mr. Waffle Man. Go ahead and plug yourself in that flashy outfit you got on right now.
You already know. I'm dressed like a producer on He Got Game. But
Okay.
I'm Mr. Almighty _ Waffle Man on Instagram. Do sketches. You know, hell yeah.
Wait a minute. So this hell yeah thing is like you. So I need you to say that like a little bit more on 10. Come on.
Well, see, I got the hell yeah. See, people don't understand. Hell yeah ain't just the hell yeah. That's what I'm thinking about, you know, whatever I'm talking about. Well, hell, you can say hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can switch it up. It's just hell yeah.
All right.
And it's down south, so, you know, I gotta rep
All right. And he's my fellow Aquarius, so, you know, shouts out to the Aquarius in the building. Yes. Then we have another one of my favorite signs, a Gemini in the building. Yes, air signs tonight. It's gonna be litty.
We is in the building tonight.
Yes. Go ahead and plug yourself real quick.
This is a public service announcement. I'm spinning like I printed, y'all. Y'all can follow me on Instagram.
I need you to say that name one more time.
Spend it _ I printed. If you spell spend it right, everything else should pop up. You will notice me. I do skits. I crack jokes. Stand-up comedian. Film writer, director. No, I'm always that. I'm always that. I just do the funnies, y'all. I just do the funnies, man.
Where are both of you guys from, though, originally?
Me?
Let's start with you, yes.
I'm from Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah,
Southeast
hold on,
what?
no,
Go ahead, let him know.
South. Not South. South with an F.
Okay.
East.
All right.
With an S, not a T. South. East.
You're talking about D.C. though.
Washington.
You know, we in Baltimore, but people in Baltimore know about
I'm from
Southeast.
Washington, D.C.
And where are you from, PG County?
I'm from PG County. Coming in live. I'm from PG County, Maryland. You already know what it is. I'm representing. What's up, Iverson Mall?
Snap it up.
What's up, Forest? Y'all close to us. Oxon Hill, we love you.
Now I gotta ask you. I know all the PG County people are gonna come for me, but I've dated a couple PG County guys.
A couple?
She based
Kardashian.
No.
What you want with these PG County?
But listen. How do you feel like PG County people always try to rep DC? Do you feel like that's acceptable, or do you feel like it's like people from Baltimore County repping Baltimore City?
Me? You want to let them go?
No,
I'm gonna let you go.
I'm gonna let you go. Yeah.
Like that. Really like that. Hold up. Let me let y'all know. Because PG, y'all got your own thing going on, so
right.
You know, ride y'all wave, because I promise you, no one from DC is gonna want to rep PG. I mean, it's nothing personal.
That's
I'm just
right,
saying,
man.
I'm a firm believer of, you know what I'm saying. You find your lane and you stay in it. PG, y'all cross the street from me. Oxon Hill cross the street from me. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying. I don't have nothing against y'all, but just stay cross the street from me.
All right, we're gonna let PG County answer it now.
All right, straight up. Hey, what's up? Upper Marlboro, C Pleasant, Lago. I see you. I knew it.
Spy, let him rag you.
I saw you. Bowie. But first of all, to me, I seen some sucker motherfuckers in Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some sucker motherfuckers in Temple Hills. Mm-hmm. I've seen some of the gangsters motherfuckers in Southeast. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? What up, Luke? And then I seen some of the gangsters motherfuckers in like C Pleasant, Maryland. So it's who
it's
you are.
It's not always where you're from.
Right.
I just always wondered that debate because I have dated a few PG County guys and they always do DC.
Scorned her. They
and I'd be like, no, I used to
scorned
really hang out in DC back in the day.
Can't trust everyone.
And I'm just like, it's not the same to me.
I mean,
it's
why you wanna be like?
Yeah, you should go to Southeast.
You know what the other problem I have with
really.
PG County guys? They're a little stuck up. They
you
are
like bougie.
not like. So I'm from Baltimore.
higher tax.
They'll be
They pay higher
like,
tax.
I don't want to come to Baltimore, or like, I can't
What's
date.
wrong with Baltimore?
Like they're scared to come here.
That's the issue.
That's my problem.
Us-
I'm like,
us-
I need a little.
Yeah,
I know I got
as
some
an
homeboys from
ambassador-
Southeast.
Yeah.
I know.
We'll push up.
Yeah.
As an ambassador of PG County,
As
I
an
would
ambassador of that game.
I would.
Can you stand up for us one time
Don't
and
you
let
do
us?
that. He's a stand-up
Nah.
comedian.
Y'all can have it y'all week. I'm
Motherfucker, this
is
is
my
my birthday
birthday roast.
stand-up.
It's my birthday roast. Hey, skitties.
Why you look like this?
Right, with the Nike Air. Okay, all right.
Represent. I want
Do a
to
spin
deal.
real quick.
I ain't doing no spin.
Do a split.
You trying to do a split? Like, y'all wild.
I'm just playing.
Nah.
Thank you so much for coming. I actually got the chance to meet you guys before this at a comedy show you did. Shouts out to Wasted Talent. Definitely both you guys did your thing.
Appreciate
Stand-up
that.
comedy is hard, right? Like getting in front of an
That's right.
audience.
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys get prepared for a show?
You yours, man.
I call him.
You call him.
Yeah, I call him man.
But what you do after that though? Like you gotta have that.
My pregame.
Yeah, what's your ritual?
Okay, so this what I
You
think.
smoke a blind, you eat a certain
One
food.
thing about it that you think was don't get into detail.
Detail.
All right, okay, so let me get a master plan. I want, man, my woman. That's my girlfriend, baby. I would
Aww.
if I run the jokes past her, right? Before all of it go down. If they make her notes in her phone.
Wait a minute, shout out your girl. Real quick.
Oh, I apologize.
But
Shout out
I
my
got
woman
you.
on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram at Outlaw Chick.
Ooh.
Outlaw Chick
She
with a
can cook
C
like shit.
on my mother.
Ooh.
Way too man. Oh, you made me drop everything.
He got excited.
I did now.
I'm trying to go over there 'cause I'm trying to get my ass.
Tone it up so he know when he come, then we on
I'm
ratchet
trying to
shit.
get my ass, man.
But I get her basically. I promise you, she put the jokes together for me in the format that they need to be in. Like I you know what I'm saying. She organized all of them for me. We'll go over it or whatever the case may be. A blunt is mandatory, or eighth or 7, or because I like to smoke.
Damn.
No, I'm saying we just smoked it like a eighth on the way here,
Damn.
and 2 blunts.
Wow.
But so
We
I
don't support driving under the influence here. Just
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
No,
I'm from
no.
PG
No.
County.
We have a driver.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
It's a black truck. We're not gonna get into detail. Bulletproof the windows. Excuse me. But I prep like that, and I feed off the energy. I like to give out a lot of positive energy before the shows.
Yeah.
Like I call my man, bro, you ready? Woo woo woo, we gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
Yeah, that's a DC thing. Woo woo
DC, woo woo. And young. Do you guys still say young a lot?
woo. You old as shit if you say young.
I
If
still
you
hear people
if
say
you say young, you
like-
not young.
Yeah.
If you
I
say
like the
young-
Mo though.
Yeah,
I do like
Mo.
Mo. I do like that.
Hey, you know what I like? I like the New York thing. The
Yeah. A dead ass. That's my favorite. Dead
Dead
ass.
ass.
Dead ass.
That ass.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Baltimore?
Don't say dummy.
Love
No.
it. You know I love the dummies.
I
I hate it.
Hey, look, they made that a whole fucking thing.
That's my dummy.
That is some beautiful shit.
I love
That's
the
some
dummies.
beautiful stuff right there.
That's funny because my one homeboy, he's from PG County, but I always call him Mo, and he always calls me Dummy.
Dummy.
Yeah. But
he's amazing.
Who
He
is
must be
Mo?
amazing.
By the way,
I don't know. How'd y'all come
Did
with
you-
the Mo?
how'd you guys come up with the dummy?
Well, wait a minute. I got a more serious question. Who really owns New Balances? Is it DC or Baltimore?
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Baltimore can have the New Balances, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't really care about it either.
Them
I'm
shits
just
don't
saying,
even
when
mean
people
that much
really
no
bring it up,
more.
I'm like, I didn't know people
I'm gonna be
still
honest
wear
with you.
them.
We need to be talking about the forces now. That's what we need to be talking about. Who owns the white forces? Because we both left the New Balances a couple years ago.
Right. Let them know.
That's true.
So, Devin, how do you get ready for a comedy show? Like, what do you do?
This is what I do. More than likely, each time I've had a comedy show, I have my son. So I go through the whole.
Your son is very funny too.
He's
I see him on the
hilarious.
ground.
Little
He's
Kato,
adorable.
what it do?
I love
You know
this.
what
I'm gonna start doing
And
this.
he's a Libra.
Yes.
He's a Libra. He's another air
Oh,
sign.
air signs in the building.
Snap
Yes,
it up.
yes.
What's up, King? But, just, the everyday with that, brush our teeth together with, what I'm saying, father, son bond. I do that. If he's not there, straight to the blunt in the morning, to the J.
Okay.
Just to get my mind right. I don't smoke like 2, 3, 4. I do one. I might even do halfway just to keep thinking. And I just like stare in the sky or something like that. But
do you think you can't do comedy sober? Or do you think it's just like,
I've
because the
done it before,
nerves
so-
getting on the stage, like sometimes it's just your nerves?
I've done it sober before, but that's for uncool people.
Yeah.
Type
No, I'm saying like
That's
even
some basic
before.
shit. That's like some base model shit. That's like regular charge, and we want to
I'm about to
get
say.
Like I can do media,
inside.
I can jump in front of the camera sober, but I'm better. Like I think it's like you get nervous. It's like your anxiety, like just a little, not sloppy. I think people go too far when they get sloppy.
Right.
That's not cute.
Yeah,
just a little like shot, a little sip. It's just like okay, I'm ready.
It mellows out.
Yeah.
Me personally, I have never did a show sober, so I don't know.
He doesn't even know the last time he was sober.
I do not. No, you're not lying. I don't know.
I'm not mad at you.
The last time I was sober, I don't know. Right? But it's two sides of me because I'm a Gemini. One of us might have been sober.
You know what?
You
Gemini
talking
men
about
are
6,
like my downfall. Like the two biggest love of my life.
Because we so.
Y'all don't know what you want.
What you maybe know?
They will love the shit out of you. They will love the shit out of you. But talking to them is like talking to a wall. But I still love them.
It's like talking to quicksand.
It's sinking and you don't know where it goes.
I'm not sure.
You got that information?
Yeah, I got it. I don't know where the fuck it's at. It's somewhere
The
there.
Geminis are good people. My grandmother was a Gemini too. Like they're beautiful people. You guys really are. Yeah.
Nah, my boy, he that's my dog. It's my baby mama. She a Gemini. Shout out to her.
Do you want me to snap loud?
But no, you're an Aquarius. Aquarius and Gemini.
I'm telling you, it was a week.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So
I understand. I understand what you're saying, bro.
Anyway, so a lot is happening in the celebrity world this week. We're going to get into some hot tea, so take your sip. First of all, we're going to talk about, it was a couple of big celebrities' birthdays. We're now in Pisces season. I'm not really a fan of Pisces.
I had my baby mother a Pisces.
My ex that was crazy was a Pisces. My aunt's a Pisces.
Pisces is crazy.
It's a hit or miss.
Emotional.
I love Riri.
Riri a Pisces.
But she on that Aquarius.
We don't know Riri though.
But she's on that Aquarius
I'm not
cusp.
gonna do that. Because I got a Pisces moon sign.
But we don't know Riri.
Yeah, I got a Pisces
I think we
moon
know
sign.
her.
Like personally, Riri
She
could be real emotional. Like she could have did something to Chris before Chris did something to her.
We're not gonna talk about that.
We're not she's emotional, bro.
Huh?
I'm sure she's emotional.
All Pisces are.
Yeah,
I don't even. How do you say it? I didn't even pronounce that right.
Pisces.
But how you say it when it's more than one of them?
Look,
Pisces. I don't know. Anyway, moving on.
Say it right, it's plural.
So before there was Lori Harvey, who, there was one woman who had men wearing strange-ass outfits, falling in love with her, gave us a lot of great music. Miss Erykah Badu turned 50. 50 years old. Let's shout it out for her. Then another 90s into the early 2000s star who has not aged. I can't believe she's 50 years old. Chili of TLC.
Oh my God, 50. I love Chili.
50?
She is the CNTLs. Oh my God.
So if you had to choose between Erykah Badu and Chili, who you choosing?
You want to go?
I'm choosing Erykah Badu.
I seen that video window seat. I seen it.
I felt her vibe.
I felt it.
I drove to Rochester.
We were one.
You drove to Rochester.
I drove to Rochester to see her.
I seen through the, you know how they blurred everything? I seen through the blur.
She winked at me.
I seen it.
She winked at me.
I smelled the vision. Me and
That's
Erykah.
a beautiful soul,
you and Erykah.
I can see us burning sage and
meditation.
She has some bad comment. Oh my God. Andre 3000.
But that's the type of shit that she requires.
She had Common wearing all kinds of strange clothes in the light. It was just.
I'd have been wearing some bad.
Listen, but Chili is a bad broad. I did not know she was 50. I'm thinking like maybe 45, maybe 50.
But she been a bad broad for
forever,
a long time.
for decades. And then it's also rapper Ja Rule. We're gonna clap
Oh my
back.
God, he's old as a motherfucker too, ain't he?
He's younger than them, 45 years old.
Boy, you look bad, boy. You look.
It makes sense that he's a Pisces though, because he's
My
definitely
God,
emotional. People were like putting up his music, and I don't know. I lost once the 50 and Ja Rule thing happened. I was just like kind of over Ja Rule.
Yeah,
50 will do that to you.
yes, he will.
Yeah.
Watch out for.
Yeah, I mean, and the sad thing about it is that was so long ago. So,
But he's still talking about it.
Oof,
Ja Rule.
If you need relevancy that bad,
Like 50's making power and doing deals and
50 sold vitamin water.
exactly.
Need we say more?
I always say that though. People will talk about
like,
he never had to make music again. He gave power, vitamin water,
Need we say 50
Evan
had a
Vodka.
video game.
Right.
He's
You didn't even know that, did
he's
you?
about. I did not know that.
That's how bad it was, but he had one. 50 had white beaters. They had 50 cent
Oh my
tank tops.
God!
I tried
It's
one
a
of them.
G-Unit.
Who you messing with?
Did y'all ever wear G-Unit?
I
tried
promised
to.
my hand. I want to put this on everyone I love. I didn't do it. Where did you buy one from?
I think I got one from
G-Unit.
No, you gotta be inside. It's what they were like. G-U. You gotta do.
Hey,
Come on.
G-Unit.
G-Unit was the shit though. Like they really were in their prime. Like there's two groups I think that should do like a versus: the Diplomats and G-Unit.
That's a good one. Because the Diplomats was cool too.
I think that's really who would go against each other.
Because they had they had artillery for each other. You had Lloyd Banks, you had Young Buck, you had
50 don't fuck with Buck anymore.
I mean, but
Buck
back in
was
their prime,
Buck
when
was
it was
nice.
G-Unit,
Lloyd was nice.
Lloyd was
Tony
Tony
Ayo
was
was
Huff.
Tony
He
was
was
just a
trash.
hype man.
Hold on, for the record, I'm from DC. Huff means bad, trash.
I'm like, what is
That
that?
shit was
My
Huff.
last
Are you
name Huff.
She was Huff.
My whole last name Huff.
You Huff.
Your last name is
My
Huff?
last name is
You
Huff.
serious?
Yeah.
That is not
So
true.
That's
joke-
bad.
That joke right there, I'm immune to it. I'm Huff, baby. Like, not good with that shit.
I don't know. This just got awkward.
I ain't know your whole
My
life.
last name is good.
Your last name bad? Because Huff ain't
But
good.
I make it great.
What's your full name?
Don't do that.
Definitely not my dude. And then she tried to give me the news reporter voice.
What's your full name?
What exactly is your full name?
I'm just joking, my
You
guy.
know I'm messing with
Anyway, and then Bobby Shmurda has been released. Are we snapping the show?
Me and you, I don't know what he's doing.
We snapping.
We have manners.
Yes, or
I
clapping.
make clap.
So
Snapping or clapping.
we can do a little both. We can do a little both. I'm done. But and then new music that dropped this week that I think everyone should definitely check for is Kevin Gates dropped that General.
Oh,
Yes, part
I
2
love
for
Gates.
General. Oh, he's an Aquarius.
He
Yes.
is a very, very powerful speaker.
You know what? And they finally, like, they have put on the Shade Room, even though they picked, like, all trash-ass songs. There were a couple good ones. He had more, like, they were missing time for that. Hard for You. Like, there was just so many songs they missed. They finally were like, Kevin has given solid projects. He's, like, the mixtape. I'm like, where have you guys been? This is, like,
Kevin has
he
been
don't have to do
consistent.
no promo. He
has
just
been
drops, and the shit does well. Because he got a fan base.
And the sad thing about it is his social media alone, his powerful words.
Yeah.
Something small like carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Him saying that, it'll trend for a whole week.
Yeah.
Kevin a powerful
He's
guy.
never dropped a project that wasn't solid, that you can't listen from front to the end. It's just like every song always.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he is an Aquarius. That's why he's misunderstood sometimes. I think.
You know what's crazy? I don't think he's misunderstood. I think people don't want to face
They're
the truth.
intimidated by him because he doesn't
It's
fuck
the way
with
he
the
comes.
industry.
It's the way he comes.
He doesn't fuck with the industry.
You gotta respect. You gotta respect him.
He drops shit without features.
He don't get in your way, so you can't get in his.
Right. So shout out to Kevin Gates. Make sure
Yeah,
you check
Kevin.
that out.
I don't want any
Kevin.
snap for Kel. I'm
Right.
gotta be on some
So
Penn
now
chicken
we're
shit.
gonna get a little into our guest business. We're gonna get into their little tea a little bit. I'm gonna give you some questions. Did you just roll your eyes at me?
Did I?
I don't know. Do you need more liquor? Are you okay?
You understand? Right. You gonna get into a tea? I don't.
It's all right. You can do pass if you don't want to answer. These
I don't do
fun.
no passing. I don't do no. I'm not scared. I'm from Southeast.
Well, take these questions like a man and answer them. So these are just funny questions. We'll start with something simple, like what's your go-to drink?
He's going to get more intense. What's my go-to drink? Jameson, of course.
Jameson, I am for the Jameson too. Jameson and ginger.
You got Jameson? That's Jameson?
I got two. I'm saying choose. You know what? It's all right. What's your go-to drink?
Right now, Hennessy.
Hennessy. I used to be a big Hennessy person.
Yeah, he's stuck in
right now.
Hennessy makes me do some
young things.
And it's just
they changed it up.
I don't really like. I used to drink it with like Coke, or like Pepsi. I don't do dark soda anymore. So I'll do it with like a ginger ale now.
Yeah, that shit can clean a battery.
Yeah.
That dark soda.
Yeah. It's not. It really can.
Like, for sure. I don't know, but none of that shit my body.
No, that's real.
So moving along, what's your most embarrassing drunk story? I know your ass got several.
No, I got a whole bunch, but I ain't about to fuck. You nothing.
I got one. Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Go ahead. Go first.
Listen. It's a sex story, right? But it's a true story.
All right.
Okay, listen.
I got endless of those.
So look. I'm super drunk. I come home from the club. Now, I find me a young lady. I go over her house.
I love how you just a young lady.
Yeah, I don't want to get all. I want fast food. So long story short, I get to the house. Boom. So she got a bathroom in her room. So I'm like, you got washcloth in the towel, whatever the case may be. So this was the first problem. She didn't have a clean towel, so she put me a towel in the water.
Oh my God, we were just talking about this on the podcast I was just on. Yeah, that like if you're about to get some dick ladies, keep some clean washcloths and some towels in stock.
Buy the soft ones. Y'all be buying the hard ass.
No. I mean, I'm not really. I don't care what type of towel. You can give me a clean shirt, but bitch, young lady, you just turned into a bitch when I felt like you had no towel. Yeah, bitch, you had no towel. You dirty as shit. So look, that right there was a red flag. So I'm in the room.
Definitely a red flag.
I'm in a room and I'm smoking and I'm waiting on my towel to get the wash. And then but after you get washed, you know what you gotta do. It gotta dry. So it's
right.
So now it's gonna. My delay on pussy is about to be like an hour.
Oh wow.
So I'm trying to smoke it out. So boom.
Were you sitting there looking like, oh God.
I mean, the J don't burn me so long. So listen. So boom. Long story short, I'm fast forward. So we drinking. We drink more to kill time. Now I'm drunk. She gets in the shower. I hear the shower running. I hear her get out the shower. Use the bathroom. Not a piss, but the number 2, because I heard the doodle hit the wall.
Wait, she wasn't like running the faucet,
flushing
the toilet?
No, fuck all that. Why didn't you do that before?
You ain't hit a rock.
I heard the broke up.
You ain't hit a rock, hit the pond.
Yes.
Sometimes it hits you, but if you got people, you got to do shit so they don't know.
First of all, stink. Listen, and I swear to God, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Listen.
It's a part of human nature.
No.
Hold your shit.
No. Fuck that.
She got out the shower.
No. You got out the shower.
To crank that out.
To do that, motherfucker.
Like, that made you like living dirty.
That don't matter to me. Hold on. The story not over. The story not over. That's the crazy part. You said my funniest moment. The funniest moment is when I snuck out to leave. I left my keys, so I had to come back and get them.
And sneak back out.
Yes.
Wait a minute. So you snuck out the house.
I got the fuck out of there.
But you had to call her and be like, I'm sneaking out of your house to get the key. I need the keys.
No.
How did you finagle that?
Oh, okay, so listen. The front door locks. So you have to buzz yourself in.
Okay.
So boom. When she buzz, so I guess she wiped or whatever she did, because she didn't have enough time to hop back in the shower. So whatever the case may be. So she said, I said, I'm trying to get some roll-ups out the car. I need my key to get the car key. I meant to get the roll-ups out the car. I run in there, I get the key, I get back in the car. I pulls the fuck off.
Wow.
I have never answered the phone. I was 70 years what I was. I think I was about 8 8 years ago. I ain't.
Wow, you run into her since?
Yeah, I seen her, but I ducked my head. Like, ain't nothing to talk about.
Wow.
You did
She
some.
probably wanted to throw a rock
You
at
did
your
some
back.
other shit. I ain't never. That was.
Wow.
You don't like my dirty ass?
I hate your dirty drawers.
Oh my God. What about you?
Well, my most embarrassing moment off the liquor was back when me and my brother, we used to drink Everclear.
Everclear.
My nasty ass used to drink the Everclear with the grape.
You know, they could take the fingernail polish off your nails with that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You can prime a car. You can prime a car. Hell yeah. I told you say it anyway. I told you. Slicker, slacking. But I was drinking Everclear and literally was eating my body from the inside out. And I didn't know over time my shit just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just feeling weak and all that shit. So I'm outside around Temple Hill, Temple. Driving over to out there with my boy Snatch. Jessica showed like me, you know. Snacks.
Okay.
With snacks. So I was out there drinking, man, and it was it. I lost everything. I was throwing up like a motherfucker, laying in the grass. Like I never been passed out before. But they got me home, dropped me on the porch, brought the doorbell. They was on their way. They drove my car and everything. I respect them. They threw the keys on my chest.
Wow.
But that's how we do in the black community. We love you, but nigga, you black.
You on your own.
Throw your key on the chest. Bing bong.
I can't.
Get this delivery ass nigga.
My most embarrassing drunk story, I was like in my 20s and I was on a date with this guy, but we like knew each other. It wasn't like a first date, like we had been talking. And he was like, I'll drive, you know, you can get drunk. I'm like, okay, cool. Cause like I'm used to like always driving because I know like when to cut myself off and know that I'm gonna get myself out of there. Okay. So I'm thinking like I've been going on dates with this guy and shit, like everything's all good. This motherfucker gets drunk as shit with me. I'm at this was back in the day. Frank, you probably remember the Get Down in Baltimore. Like, the Get Down was like a club. And I'm like, I had these high-ass, like, stripper heels on. You know my ass is like 5'8", but I like heels. But I don't know why I wore these fucking shoes. Because when I was drunk, and I'm a klutz in general, like, my ass kept falling. So I'm on the dance floor, like, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna put it on him. He's giving me shots. Bam! Right on my fucking ass, I fell. And I was, like, so mortified and embarrassed. But the thing was, like, he stepped on the back of my heel. And that's why I fell. So, like, I was so mad. Because he's drunk, but I'm so drunk, I couldn't get up. So I, like, sat there for a moment. I'm like, oh, my God, bitch, get it together. I'm, like, sobering up. So I get up, and I'm like, all right. Everyone's like looking at me. I'm like mortified. Like I'm like, oh my God. So then I'm like, let's just get out of here. Like, let's just go. I'm done. So he's like, come on, take another shot. I'm like, all right, take a shot. I'm walking out. I fall again. But because he stepped on the back of my shoe again.
he was lining your ass up.
But this time
he wanted you to have.
He was tripping.
Right. But I fell almost like busted my face on the ground and the floor was. I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like there's people I know in here. So then I'm like,
she said there's people I know in here. And this is so embarrassing.
And just imagine like. You're drunk, but you know when you're drunk and people are like, you're so fucked up, but you're like, no, I'm not even there yet. I'm like here. It can get to there. Like, but this motherfucker keeps stepping on the back of my shoes.
He's there. You're there.
So then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. So I get in my car to drive. He takes my keys away from me. I was like, yo, I'm good. You're fucked up. Like,
she said, yo, I'm good. You're fucked up.
He was like, let's get a cab and let's just get a hotel.
You know what?
Like,
I only seen that in the movies.
This shit is a true story.
People get that drunk, they have to take a cab. I've never seen
I didn't need to, like, even take, like... So, then this motherfucker loses my keys. This was, like... Ubers were, like, out, but they weren't as big as they are now, you know? This motherfucker takes my keys, and then he loses them. And I had the remote start, you know, like... So, there was no key.
Did you ever find them?
No. I had to buy a whole new key thing. So then I had to spend the
night. Did he pay for it?
No! He said he would, and he never did. And I cut him the fuck off.
You should have lost.
It's crazy. It was funny.
His face.
I don't fuck with him. It's funny because his baby mother and me are really good friends. He's actually from Hartford County, like out Aberdeen. He's not from Baltimore. So I
wanted him to be from PG County.
No. They might be But that shit lost my keys. Didn't pay for it. It was like $200, $300 to get one of the little, the key thing. I couldn't think fobs. I couldn't think of the word. I was mad. But I was like mortified. I never talked to him after that. Damn, yeah, I know. That's probably my most.
And I know what I'm gonna do too.
He kept clipping.
I'm gonna Google what mortified means.
Gruesome shit.
You just keep on using big words and shit on me.
All right. So, what's your best pickup line? I know you're not single now, but if you were single, or what line did you use on your girl?
Oh, I mean, shit, I ain't what me.
Yeah.
I don't really. I ain't. You wanna go?
You have a girlfriend.
Pickup line.
Like, what's your?
Let me think, because Alice said some Bama shit from time to time.
I love the word Bama. First of all, I love that word.
You give her a pickup line?
Who? My woman?
Yeah, your woman.
You had to have something.
No, see, the thing about it is, if y'all, the backdrop on me and my woman, right? It's a game. We played the game. Okay, so listen, this what happened. Okay, so boom, she put up she put a post on Instagram. It was a game. So the game was you gotta guess who texting you. So we never had each other number or any of that. Mm-hmm. So I text her. So she like, where you from? I'm like, if I tell you where I'm from, you're gonna know who I am. Mm-hmm. So I told her name. She like, you know me? I'm like, yeah, I know you. I always knew you. So whatever it came to be. So she at the time I had a silver S430 Mercedes.
You have to say that.
I mean, shit.
Let it be known.
Yeah, because this is the thing.
Look at my car.
No, this is the thing. She said, what kind of car you drive? And I couldn't tell her. I said, because if I tell you what kind of car I drive, you gonna know who I am. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess the pickup line was the Benz. I guess the pickup line was the Benz, because when I told her what kind of car I drove,
what time it was. Okay, all right.
She knew who I was. She knew.
What's your best pickup line?
Now, like I like to be original, so I don't have nothing planned. It's spontaneous.
Like your comedy, like you run jokes on women, like how?
But that's what I'm about to say. So I'm playing. My best pickup line is saying something that the average person wouldn't. I always say something different. Like even if we down like South Beach, you know how it is, you know the vibes. And I'm like, hey, so I like your thigh, the back of your thigh meat, just something dumb, right? And they'll laugh, and they might not, and they might go down. I might see them tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? They remember I'm the thigh meat guy.
You know what I'm saying?
You say something different. That's how y'all know y'all like to laugh.
Now has that ever backfired on you?
Oh yeah, anytime.
I hate to be the butt of the joke.
Types of shit, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I had a joke.
I'm out of line.
I had a joke, and I think I did it out Baltimore. Mm-hmm. We in Baltimore now, long story short. And it was a pickup line joke. Mm-hmm. So long story short, the guy asked the girl, they in AutoZone. The guy asked the girl, does she need a mechanic? She tell him, I know you might look like you work on cars, but I'm good. Mm-hmm. Curve her. Mm-hmm. He was the butt of the joke. He come back to her. He see on the next aisle. He say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a man? She like, yeah, I'm good. He like, I'm trying to make you great. She curves him. Okay, so he see her on the last aisle. He say, you drive the Buick on the outside? She like, yeah, why? He asked her, do you got insurance on the car? She like, yeah. He like, well, you need to put some insurance on that nigga too. Because sooner or later, he gonna crash. And you can be in good hands with Allstate.
What?
I mean, that was the line he used.
And what happened after that?
I don't know. What would you have done?
I would be like, what the fuck?
See that? And that's the risk you take.
I'd be like, what?
That's the risk you take.
What?
You would have liked it. You would have remembered.
I don't know. Guys say some weird shit to me.
What
like
they
always say weird shit. I always get weird shit.
You're a Latin sister. Oh, down.
Somebody did ask if they could ride my carpet.
What?
Yes.
That's some 2020
weirdo shit.
Ride your carpet?
Yeah.
You said in person or
Latin shit?
Like,
you said in person? How was his face?
I was like,
does he not know it's shaved?
I don't fucking know. I never even talked to this guy.
Who does he think has a carpet?
I think he was just like, because it was like, I'm Middle Eastern, and he was like, you know, I don't know. I was like, all right, yeah, cool, right.
What's the best one you heard?
I like when guys will see me out. See, a lot of guys don't come up to me and approach me. They're intimidated by me. They're very intimidated by it. And then I got my personality. I think people see me and they expect me to have a different personality.
They expect you to be bougie.
Bougie and stuck up. And then they're like, oh, shit. She, like, really know, like, they don't expect this personality to come out. But when I'm out, like, and I'm from a small city of Baltimore, it's, you pretty much know everybody here. But when I go out, people don't approach me unless I know them. Like, I'll be out and guys will come in my DM and be like, I think I saw you at Select. And I hate that shit. I'm like, what other tall fucking Persian bitch in Baltimore do you fucking know? That was me. Like, you're following me on Instagram, you see my story that I'm obviously here. I just think that's so weird. Like, you can't come up and be like, hey, what's up? Like, I'm not a mean person. I'll be like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, if you're cool, just be like, hey, what's up?
I think that's their way to get it cut.
That's weird to me because that's stalker shit. So you watched me all night, didn't say anything, and then corrected my DM. That's stalker shit. Now, I like when I'm out and guys aren't afraid and they come right up to me. I've had guys, like, buy me drinks and then just leave me alone. Okay,
that's
all right.
cool.
Yeah. I like that shit.
That's the underlay for the over. That's my man. He'll come back and see you later.
Right.
Yeah.
And I make you want to give the number away.
Yeah, it's good. Like, No, but I think, like, sometimes guys will buy you drinks. And they just linger around the whole fucking night or be up your ass.
I seen them.
I'll be like, I'm with my girls. Like, what are you? Well, bitch, I bought you a drink. Motherfucker, you bought me a $10 drink.
First of all, the shit don't cost that much.
When I bought the bottle at the fucking table. Like, that's another thing. I don't like when guys come over and try to drink your shit, too.
That's funny as hell.
To
me personally, I can never be a crutch.
I'm so cheap.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's some embarrassing shit as a man. Like me personally, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I was somewhere last night, right? And my man bought a bottle, and because he passed so much of his bottle, well, I went and bought another bottle. Mm-hmm. And I promise you, I didn't drink 8 ounces of 6 ounces of the Moet. Mm-hmm. I promise you, I didn't.
He said, "I promise you."
I didn't. That didn't mean that much to me. It just.
So you're not in the section like 5 guys on one bottle because a lot of younger guys do that. They do that. And there'll be no girls in their section.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I come from the 5 bottles.
I ain't with this.
Yeah, but I.
What's up, Lanham?
If it's 5,
we had some bitches.
We might as well don't get the bottle.
We kept the females. I love. We had the females.
All right.
Sober.
They was drinking. They was drinking. Like it'd be like two niggas with the bar. Like everybody stingy in PG. But the girls got like 4 bottles and they got dead drink. Girls have it up.
Shout out to the women get tables because when I go to clubs now, it's the women getting the tables. I remember my birthday. I was in DC last year for my birthday, back when we could go in the clubs and shit. And it was all the bitches had all the bottles and the guys were standing around, like on the floor watching us. All the women. Shouts out to them. My best pickup line. I don't know. I think I'm just like myself. Like
you approach men?
I have, yeah. Like, but I like it better when guys approach me.
But listen now, you don't want to miss your blessing.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't like guys that are intimidated by me. I like manly men. I like a man who comes up and like see what he wants to do.
Word voice and shit. Yeah. Word the mother.
Yeah. And muscles and shit. No, it's like.
No, I know.
But because.
Athletic.
No, but when I think when you're a woman that has like a big personality or you're like, you want someone to kind of match your energy. I can't be with like a pushover kind of guy who's like, oh, I saw you and I'm not going to speak to you and I'll come in your DM a week later and tell you I saw you. That shit is weird.
You know what that's headed.
All right, so last question. What is the worst date that you've ever been on?
I'm thinking about her stupid ass.
You want to go first?
I'll go first. This might not even be the worst, but this one's
one of the worst. One of the worst.
So it's coming from the hip, from the heart.
From the heart.
Man, I forgot her name. I ain't want to know.
You forgot her name. Wow.
Because I didn't want to know it to begin with. Took her ass to Cheddars. Like, fuck that, I already see that. So basically, I could feel like she was talking to somebody who just probably mad at somebody and just like, I want niggas to feed me. I don't know why I look like just the free food motherfucker, but I knew what it was. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take her as a Cheddars. I already see that. See that? Man, she buying. She ain't eat for weeks or something. She eating potato skins, big French fry. I didn't know they had loaded. She got extra. She ordered like 3 drinks. I'm like, yo, you might want to slow down. Like, you all right? She not even talking to me. She not vibing with me. I'm hitting her with jokes.
She ain't saying shit.
No, like she thinking about
just
another nigga. So I'm just like, yo, I wanted to be like, yo. But I'm in a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And that was the worst. That was the. And I dropped off like, y'all. She's like, we gonna hit me up. I said, you know, damn well everybody hit you up. I don't even. I really said that. She was a Libra, worst Libra I've ever seen.
Wow, Libras are usually cool. They need a lot of attention though.
I see.
That's some girls do that. I'm like women will really say. I have girls like they'll be like, "Well, just go on a date with him to go on a date." I'm like, I don't want to waste people's time. I don't even have time.
Right. If I'm going on a date with him, just go on a date.
That's
some
how
drunk
some
shit.
women think. Like I'm like, bitch, you can't treat yourself to a meal. Like, listen, now I like guys to spend some money on some food for me. That shit is sexy to me. You want to feed me? I like that.
Man, that's cool, but
that's
don't
not what
waste
it's all
my
about.
food.
That's not what it's about.
What is you talking about? Don't waste my food.
Yeah.
At least vibe with me.
Yeah. Wow. That's like fucked up.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's cool. Yeah, I took that one. Took that L.
It's all right. What about you? Probably the girl with the shitty butt.
That's a count.
The sad thing about it is, right, that don't even count as a date. That was like one night stand.
Wow.
Look, as far as like a sort out, like, when I think of date, I think it's planned out. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a whole scenario to this date, right? Excuse me. I ride the Six Flags out in New Jersey.
Okay,
boom. So we get all the way out there, boom. It's around, I'm going to tell you what month it is. It's September. Okay, yeah, September. So we go to Six Flags, and you know, Six Flags out in New Jersey, they got one of the biggest roller coasters in the world. Long story short, we cooling the whole way there. All right, okay, so while we out there, we about to leave. So the person who I'm with, they asked me for like a funnel cake or like whatever ice cream or one of them little something from the stands. Her breath stunk so fucking
damn. And that's an F word. I
swear for
God. That's an F word too, bruh.
Her breath stunk. And when
was she like drinking or smoking?
How the fuck ain't nothing to drink or smoke out there?
She had any mints?
I don't know. Listen, so when I said, I guess when it hit me, it caught me off guard. So when I guess my response was a little too more aggressive. I'm like, what your breath stink like?
You told her?
You motherfucker right, I told that bitch. I swear to God, that bitch went the fuck. Hey, listen, she went off on me so motherfucking bad. Listen, y'all.
What she say?
Man, I don't know verbatim, right? But she was highly upset about this shit. Listen, she was so motherfucking mad, right? The people, like, they get dressed up in, like, little outfits, little Warner Brother outfits. They walking up to us, like, trying to calm us down. Like, y'all better get the fuck out of my face. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, bitch, I ain't supposed to be out in New Jersey.
Don't burn your nose hairs and shit.
Yeah. Bitch, your motherfucking breasts like New Spice. And coffee beans. Look, so
wow.
Java. And we hope you like Java too. Look, shit, bourbon, bruh. So I told her, right? So hold on, this is the thing. Mind you, it's a 7-hour ride from there.
Oh my God, you had to ride with her back from New Jersey?
Listen, hold on.
You didn't think about this?
No, that's where I'm going with this. We're in a fucking minivan. That bitch was booming like a nightclub. She was, look, this is, I swear my hand to God, took everything in me not to leave her ass in New Jersey. But listen, long story short, they put us out in the park because I didn't get into it with one of these characters. I don't know if it was.
Which one was it?
I don't know. I don't want to lie. I don't like it. I don't want to fabricate it, right? I don't want, it was
Disney World. It was Six Flags.
Yeah, it was
Goofy ass be everywhere. Shit. Goofy did this.
The bitch you were with sounds goofy. So.
That bitch breath was hoofing. So look, we in the ride home, man. It's a long way home. She fucking New Jersey Turnpike up.
Wow.
Listen, this bitch breath hitting off every window. Ping, 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 ping.
And they got the vents that.
Listen, She is arguing
What if she
uppers.
had a condition or something?
Why you ain't give her?
You should have left
Why
that
did
bitch
you
at
give her a
home.
mint? Why would you just go buy her?
Why
a mint
didn't
and
she
go?
take my advice? I told her her breath stink. She got mad at me.
She could have chewed on the air freshener.
She could have kissed my ass and would have smelled better than that in her mouth. Fuck, she smoke a fart.
Maybe that's what she was doing at the time. She was
Damn.
eating ass. I don't know.
It wasn't
Oh,
mine.
shit. Ate a motherfucker mailman ass real quick.
She ate sumo wrestler ass.
When eating ass goes wrong.
When ass kissing goes
She ate a
wrong.
chef's ass.
Wait,
listen.
I gotta plug
Try
real quick.
food,
I gotta
right?
shout out my homeboy Nick. He always talks about eating ass on my show, and he always says you should talk about eating ass more. So there you go. I'm eating ass.
I
I'm
eat
not eating
ass.
ass. We're talking about eating ass.
Man,
Eat
you know damn well Tina
ass.
eat some ass.
I eat ass.
She got some beautiful ass hands too. She grabbed a nigga. Eat that nigga
Continue.
Alright.
And Lubith, the.
Alright.
Anywho, finish the
Hey,
story.
listen. The whole ride home, y'all. It's a 7-hour ride home, y'all. I'm listening
I
to
know
one
you
song
were
on
like,
repeat. I ran out of roll-ups.
Damn. But you
So
wouldn't
you
want
were
to smoke with her.
sober.
Anyway.
You gotta smoke to go over the breath.
But if she smoked with you,
Ain't no smoking with me after I smoked the breath. Fuck you
okay,
talking
good.
about?
Official then.
This shit just
Fuck
got
you was
real.
rolling up in chitlins?
You know she gonna ask to hit that J though.
Man, that's highly unacceptable.
It was a bam at one of my jobs.
Wow.
Man. His breath used every morning, man. Every
Wow.
like clockwork. Every
Like that was his
morning.
job for his breath to stink.
Humming.
Matter of fact,
So
let me
that-
make sure. Hold up.
Oh,
When
yeah.
you in situations like that, you gotta be prepared. Let me make sure I ain't talking about no.
Right, and you.
I didn't even know gun costs this much no more. 35 whole cent, good lord. God damn it. You want one?
So what
I
happened
take
with
one.
the end of the
Would you
story?
like
one?
No, I'm okay, thank you. I do mints.
Hey, listen.
So what happened with the end of it?
We came off. I'm from Southeast.
Wow.
When we finally get to DC, we come off the highway on South Capitol. True story. I cannot make this up. I swear my hand to God. I'm well and I'm telling the whole God, take the breath off me right now.
Oh, God.
We take the South Capitol exit. We take the exit on South Capitol. It's an auto zone right there.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled over to the auto zone. The first thing we do when we get to, because now we finally in DC, I need roll ups. I'm gonna go across the street and get my roll ups. She sees a guy who did her brakes on her car. He ain't bleed him right, and I had been calling him the last couple days, trying to get the brakes done. I'm so mad at her. You know who I took the aggression out on. The minute I don't think the car was stopped good. Yeah, I hopped out. Hey, what's up with that money? You don't have it?
See how bad breath will mess your day.
Wow.
Bad breath will fuck up somebody else's life. That bad breath fucked up his
Wow.
left cheek forever.
Wow.
I had to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's how you had to go through.
You
that
sorry for who? Him
You
or
only
me?
get one set of
You.
nose.
I was more hurt than him. Yeah, you only get one nose.
That's it.
Wow. That's.
Like, you ever heard anybody have reconstructive nose hair surgery? Never. You get reconstructive.
That
I was like, ladies, keep with the mints. Everybody, men too. Like you drinking
Yeah.
all night, you smoking in the
Smoking.
club. I always stay with some Altoids. You know, keep some mints. Like that's not sexy.
If you eat
guys.
ass.
If you about to get some, you with the opposite sex, definitely pop a mint in. Take some mouthwash. I don't know. It's a lot.
Because you
My-
like it close.
My worst date story was I went on a date with a guy and he was like, I forgot my credit card.
What?
He pulled the
What
walking
type
joint?
movie shit is
I
that?
was
the walking
like,
joint.
what?
You don't have any cash?
What? And I just looked at him. It wasn't even that high of like a bill. And then he was like, well, if you come back with me to my house, I'll give you the
Damn.
cash. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm
You
good.
shot from in there.
I'm good.
Where they from?
Was he trying
He
to
was from
purchase?
Laurel.
Oh,
Ah,
typical
yeah.
measy shit.
Yeah, but that's far out. Yeah, I
Yeah,
expect
it was
that
like
from me.
crazy. And
That's
then he
far
tried to linger around like,
Stalker shit.
yeah, like
Oh,
he
it's
came
giving
down
stalker.
here and he was like, well, wait, it gets worse. It gets worse. He was like, well, can I stay with you
Oh, because
because
he can't get home.
because his homeboy dropped him off because he had a DUI.
Oh, he's a scrub.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I was like, oh no, you have the wrong bitch. Like you gotta go. And he tried to get in my car, and I was like, no. We're not in Laurel. We're in Baltimore. So please don't make me call somebody on you. But that was like crazy. Like there's crazy people out there that
That's
go
how I
on
feel.
dates.
I gotta go through all that shit. Damn.
Yeah, that
Mine
shit
will
is
stay
crazy.
sane.
But let's Thanks for playing and letting us get a little in your tea. But let's take it back to the comedy. So you guys both do these skits that are hilarious. It's funny you were talking about the breath thing. 'Cause I saw you guys do a skit like he was trying to smoke and your breath stunk or something. So, or you were talking about eating ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly the skit you're talking about.
Yeah.
You ain't that girl's behind. So you say, yo, bro. So let me tell you, I was eating this girl's ass last night.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You doing what?
I got a bit. Hey, that was funny.
So what do you guys like better? You like the stand-up comedy, or do you like, now it seems like we're going into like these virtual skits? Like, what do you like better as comedians?
I like stand-up better.
Why?
It does something to me, like my soul.
You like to feel kind of the crowd?
Yeah, I like to feel them vibes. Skits is fun too, especially when you're in good company. And the you know what I mean, what people receive from it. That shit golden. I like both, but I like something about that stand up.
You're good at the skits though. You are good with the skits. You were just dancing in your little postman outfit in the mall. You were doing the whole up thing. The Cardi B, that was funny.
Yeah. I'm like an entertainer. I be dancing and all that shit.
What
about you? What do you prefer?
Me, I like stand up. Because I like to see my reaction. Because I don't know if it's funny if I don't see anybody laugh.
Right.
I mean, I can think the joke funny, or I can think some shit. I can think some shit that I said funny, right? But if the person don't laugh, then I mean, it really don't mean shit. Opposed to, I apologize, opposed to on the internet, you see a lot of views, and you think, do you
think the views are real though? Like sometimes it's like people will like shit I noticed, and I'm like, that shit was not even funny.
No, I'm saying because views and likes is different. Like I see the views, and just because somebody watched it, don't mean they liked it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need. So if I throw up because I don't have no big fan base. I'm shooting up on 5,000 followers. So if I throw up a post and they get 2,000 views or 2,200 views, I ain't really worried about how many views you get. I'm worried about the comments.
Right.
Then I know they really interacted. I know they really paid attention to it. So if I get 2,000 views and 100 people commented, then that means 100 people took the time to really look at it. I'm cool with that. Opposed to comedy, when I'm telling my joke on stage, if I tell a joke and it land, the whole crowd laugh. I know right then and there that joke was funny. You know what I'm saying? I get the instant statistic.
Yeah. And it's good to have the crowd and like feed off of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think we're going into this whole viral, like the skits, that seems how these comedians are making it though too, which is good because social media is free advertisement if you use it right.
Exactly.
And it's like people are catching you that might not catch you, you know, at a show if it's somewhere local. Like you got people in LA looking at your shit.
Exactly. Right.
You know. So I mean like
instantly.
Did you guys ever do a skit and afterwards like you put it up and you were just like, I may have went too far on that or I wasn't really feeling it? Like what? What happened?
I've definitely done that plenty of times. Just like, oh shit, I think I went too far on this. With my mind just being comedian, I don't think about what people think about. So when I post it, it's like, fuck it. And then when I start seeing people interact, I'm like, all right, they sick. They just as sick as me.
You're really sick in the head. I really didn't realize how sick he was, so I started following him on IG.
You ain't saying nothing.
You
ain't seen nothing.
He do some freaky, nasty shit. It's like,
man,
no, it's funny. He's got something for everybody, but like, where he will find girls like doing weird shit with their tongues and like weird positions, and it's like.
If you can find one who can do this, you keep her.
How did you come up with that whole like concept?
Honestly, I've been saying hell yeah for a minute because my cousins down in Houston, they hit me too. I like how they used to say it. So I seen one, I forgot what video it was on TikTok, and Shorty like made a dress out of some leggings or whatever. She cut one side and just fit her whole body in it, and it shook. just like I don't know, the booty just it did something, and that made me it just came up like, hell yeah. Right there. It was just, so I gotta find her. I gotta find her and tell her thank you because it made it come out.
She like a mermaid,
right? Like she's unique. Like
wow.
You know, like I said, I've been using it for like 3 years, and I just started saying that because of that one video.
That girl that had the orange on her tongue, that shit was crazy. Like that shit was. It was wild.
Yeah.
It's the spandex with the legs doing like this.
Yeah, that's it come to me because I
the
just
voice, like you, I'm like you a real weirdo.
I've been using that voice since high school. Shout out to my nigga Rico too. We've been using that voice for a minute.
Do the voice real quick.
I don't think I have to really do the voice. Because honestly, it's like, we doing that
you
shit.
can't talk about it and not do it.
Nah, yeah. I came up with that voice. I don't know. The voice sounds so innocent. It's something about it. So my cousin, Rico, shout out to my cousin Rico. You know what I'm saying? They not blood, but his cousin Latoya, she was like heavy
They're
handed.
not blood.
She was heavy handed. She was just punching everybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a mixture of what's the Silence of the Lamb. Silence of the Lamb. What's the better name? Goonies. Motherfucking So yeah, she won't fuck with me when I use that voice. She'll laugh.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I can't hit a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why are you hitting me? I didn't do anything to you. I didn't cause nothing. Like I do some dumb shit. She just won't fuck with me. She was like, she had a problem.
And I really like the skit you did with the juice. That like hit my heart because I remember living with a guy. And I went to the refrigerator to get some fucking juice. And it was like this much left. And I was like, really? Really? You drank up all the fucking juice? Like, that shit made me so mad. And then it was also like a bad relationship. And he wasn't working. And I was paying all the bills. And then it was like, you couldn't even save me fucking juice or clean the fucking house. It just made me have a flashback. So I could totally relate. I got you. It's cool. If you guys weren't doing comedy, what would you be doing?
Comedy saved me.
How comedy save you?
Before that, I started doing comedy while I started doing comedy in prison. So when I came home from Hazleton in West Virginia, shout out to my man Jesse Doors, Wasted Talent 11. We snap with me or clap with me. We was he had us doing shows like every week while we was locked up or whatever the case may be. He had like some like Saturday Night Live and Living Color type setup. Like we was doing skits while we was in. So he got in touch with me when I came home. He came home a month after me. He got in touch with me. So basically, I ain't had time to even gravitate to the negativity. I've been doing the comedy since I came home. So that's pretty much that's the road I'm on right now. Snap with me.
Yeah, that was deep. Has there ever been a time either one of you bombed like on stage?
What?
Like,
oh yeah,
fuck yeah.
When was your bomb? What happened? Look at his face. He's like,
I mean, you gonna bomb.
What?
You gonna bomb more than once.
How do you come back from it?
You gotta be a people's person. When I fuck up on the stage, I make it up off the stage.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When the show over, I mingle. The same people who didn't laugh while I was on stage, they gonna follow me when we get off the stage because I'm a good person. But people, you might didn't laugh this show. The way I bomb is because you gotta be able to adjust your setting with comedy. That's the hard part. You could write everything you could say you wrote for this show could be funny. But if the wrong people there, it means nothing.
You gotta know your audience.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Did you ever bomb before? How did you come back?
I bombed in VA in front of like a white crowd. But it was like, happy hour. I wasn't saying no relatable shit. So they was talking like a motherfucker. Then, that was the shit I was writing. Then I just went off the motherfucking, the cuss. I was like, man, y'all Virginia motherfuckers can't try. The motherfuckers started laughing. I got their attention at the end. So, I bombed, but
you brought it back.
Yeah, I just noticed, like, sometimes you got to switch it up. Be yourself always, anyway. But switch it up to, appear to the crowd, which is difficult.
Yeah. So we're going to do one more game. I like to do this or that. And we're going to do comedy edition. I'm going to give you 2 different things, and you got to tell me which one you're going with. So, Eddie Murphy or Charlie Murphy? Which Murphy are you going with?
Oh, with Charlie.
I'm going with Charlie.
I'm going with Charlie, too. I think Charlie was funny as
Charlie
shit.
was funny.
He was raw, man.
He was like hood funny.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like Eddie demeanor. He give me.
old Eddie
I don't
was
like no
different.
Eddies.
But Charlie was so
Eddie
real.
great, though.
Eddie, I like Eddie's. I don't like Eddie as a person, and I don't even know Eddie, but it was ever since the levels I seen. Ever since I don't know. I look at Eddie now as a little. I don't know.
You think he's a little bit of a sellout, like a little
I think
like
Oh,
he's gay.
phony?
I think he's gay. I mean, he might be. He got his sales.
I mean, I
He's a
respect
legend.
him.
Yeah, you got
As a mother, like I respect
But
him.
I
Yeah,
go
he
with
about to
Charlie
say-
though. Charlie was just like
Charlie.
real. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell in his jokes he was still being real. Like he didn't have to act too much. He was Charlie.
He just seems like you would chill with him and you have some drinks and have like the time of your life. Like when he was on the Chappelle show and he did that fucking when the whole Charlie Murphy
Right.
he went, it's Rick James, bitch, and the Prince and the Revolution, like that shit was so funny. And he's just telling his life. Like
That's what got me.
I like comedy that's relatable. Like that's why I like Charlie. Okay, so next.
CB4, he was a beast though. On CB4.
Rest in peace to Charlie Murphy too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Charlie died.
Oh,
Like
man.
a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
I must have been locked up.
No.
You probably were.
What year you died?
It was like it's been like what
Yeah,
3-4
right.
years.
Yeah, I was locked up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucked up. They didn't even give us the scoop on TMZ or nothing.
Oh, they did.
Damn.
You must have been locked down that day.
Right.
All right, so next is the battle of the Chris's. Chris Tucker or Chris Rock?
Chris Brown. No
We're
brainer.
doing the comedy edition.
Oh, Chris Tucker. I don't really like neither one of them, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm gonna have to go with Chris Rock and Wellington because I ain't never seen Chris Tucker stand up.
I like Chris Rock. I like how he go. I'm gonna go. I mean, I like Chris Tucker. I'm gonna go with Chris Rock because he a legend. I didn't like him at first. Then his comedy grew on me as I got older. I was like, oh, I get it. You know, he got his own lane, but I did not understand it. I was just like, what are you talking about? Cereal prices. Like, I'm talking about this shit. Motherfucker, this. Motherfucker from BG. Say nah, but
I'm gonna go with Chris Rock too. I think he's more relevant. I mean, Chris Tucker gave us some legendary
He
shit.
gave us Rush Hour
and Friday.
That's it.
But I mean, come on, Friday's legendary though. But
Because of
I mean, maybe Ice Cube too. But
it is like he did.
it is legendary.
Debo.
All that.
All of them, all
Bernie,
together.
But Chris, he solidified.
But
like,
I think Chris Rock has gone on. He's done movies. He's done everything.
I
Like,
just
he's
never
been
seen Chris Tucker stand up. That's why I
you
can't.
got catch.
Yeah. Okay, if you could only watch one comedy show for the rest of your life, are you going with the Dave Chappelle show or Martin?
Martin. No brainer. Sorry. Keep the change.
Yeah, I gotta go on Martin.
Sorry. That's the reason I do this.
Martin?
My guy.
Yeah,
Him.
you gotta-
The GOAT. The greatest. I took my sensei.
You can't fail with neither, but Martin,
Sensei. Dave Chappelle funny as a
he
motherfucker.
funny as shit.
I
So-
might have to go with it.
But the sad thing about it is,
Dave, I-
Dave stand up funnier than Martin stand up to me. But Martin, just Martin as a person, his whole energy.
Martin was a great show. I mean, it's classic. But I feel like Dave on his show, he's another one with that real comedy. It's like, it's so relatable. When he did that fucking,
You got man.
when he used to do like the race things, like he's like, we're now accepting Wu-Tang into the Asian race when they did the race wars and shit. That shit was funny. And he would be like, this is how white people dance. This is how black people dance. Like, it was just funny. It was just, he's relatable. And there was always truth in his comedy. That's what I really like.
You know what I respect about Dave? The fact that we didn't see this from, you know what I'm saying, being, you know, on the other side of the television, but he did stand up in between of talking about.
He was hosting it, yeah. I just
on
noticed that the other
YouTube,
day.
He would hit you about 5-6 minutes of like just off impulse freestyling, but you like,
Bro, I just noticed the other day
I'm like,
when
this
they
man
put Dave
talented,
Chappelle
like-
back on Netflix.
yeah, he was really
Yeah.
talented, bro. I mean, I said he was. You
He's
got my
still
fault.
alive. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
my bad.
All right, last. So speaking of Chappelle, Dave Chappelle, And going back to Charlie Murphy, what was your favorite skit when they did the skits together? The Rick James skit or the Prince and the Revolution skit playing basketball?
Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Fuck your couch, though.
Get off my couch.
Couches are important in anybody's home. And you said, fuck it?
So, I'm going to get you guys into this hot topic real quick. I was on a show this week, and we talked about sex being a big part of a relationship. And I was surprised because the guys went against me. I said sex is a big part of a relationship. And they were like, no, there's more than just sex to a relationship. I'm not saying there isn't, but I think sex is a big part. If you're not happy with your sex in a relationship, I'm not sure the relationship's going to go on.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Come from a man perspective.
How else you going to feel somebody's soul? You got to know their soul. You got to get up in there bare. Nothing on. Bare back.
Jesus Christ.
You ain't lagging. But you have to, to me.
You gotta be packing.
To me, though, Tina, it's definitely, you got to be packing. Or she's going to be lacking. And you going to be texting and she ain't going to be sexing. And
oh
she's
my
going to be
God.
lacking. But for real, like, honestly, you already know how it's very important. Like, it has to, yeah. But I can't take you serious if I'm just
That's
like,
what I was saying. And I forgot, shout out to Aries Lounge. They had me on.
Okay.
But
Lounge.
you know, like, you know, because you're an Aquarius. Like,
I am.
And you're a Gemini. Air signs, sex is a big part of a relationship, I think, to us. And there's got to be other things. But I was like, they were looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, I'm the woman. I would expect the woman to have the different answer. And they were getting on me because I had talked about, I went on this date with this guy like a couple years ago. And he was a nice guy. But, like, we had sex. And I was like...
Oh, okay. Oh, I misinterpreted the question. Good sex is a part of the relationship.
Yes.
Sex, I mean, like, I don't have to have sex every day.
No, but you have to have a chemistry.
Oh, I'm not busting nobody who ain't. No, I ain't doing that.
That's what I was trying to say.
We ain't. You can never be labeled as my woman if that shit is not at least a 7.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say on the show, and they were getting on me. Like I said, I went on a date with this guy, and he was a really nice guy.
That shit means nothing.
But it was like the sex was trash. Like there was nothing coming back, and I'm like, I know me. Like I'm an Aquarius. It's a big part of my relationship. Like I don't know. And
I thought your question was like I think I misinterpreted.
I'm sorry, I should have said good sex. When I'm talking about sex in a relationship, I want good sex, so I just assume
for sure.
a relationship.
Because that's it. I don't think I could like.
I can't take you serious.
I don't want.
Do you think that's why some people cheat because they're not happy with?
Let me tell you something. I don't even know why you don't waste nobody's time and give them that label. Because everybody can't make the cut. I'm sorry.
But see,
find your soulmate.
Cheers to that, but
cheers.
I ain't got shit in my cup, but I feel that. But people think different too. So like we air signs, so we dismiss all that. But it's some earth signs.
I'm not doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. We like, nah, we not doing that. But some people, they got different qualifications
because
that they need. Because to everybody, it's not all about that. But to me, it is.
If you have a great night out, it's your air sign. We have a great night out. Everyone's expecting what? A happy ending.
Yes!
And if your ending's not happy,
it wasn't a good night.
Who the fuck want to go to sleep like this? I sleep on the couch, bitch.
Ooh.
Nothing there for me anyway.
But the Henny fucked me up one night.
I mean, people all have time.
At me.
People have times where sometimes, like, I've been with guys who they might have been really drunk that night and they couldn't.
Yeah.
You've had the good before. Or listen, there was a couple of my ass was too drunk and I was just like, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm fucked up. It happened once before.
Beautiful day night.
But I think like people are lying to themselves. So they're saying it's not. And I know there's some women, they'll be like, well, he has a good job. He has this. He treats you good. But I'm like, if the dick is not good, I'm not going to want to be in there.
I had a more embarrassing moment too. I just thought about, but that instance it's bad.
Yeah, it's very important though. I believe so.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's any coming back from it when it's.
Yeah, when it's whack, it's done.
It's just not.
All the vibes.
As a matter of fact, my woman is texting me now about this good Kakiana.
It's a Kakiana.
Bust down, Kakiana. I'm about to go and bust down.
Is there any coming back? Like, have you ever had sex with someone and it was like trash and you were like, let me try it?
It's no
going back?
It's different for us.
I've had that. Yeah, I went back.
You a fool. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. Because of this. If our jumps don't get hard, that's major malfunction. When it does get hard, it will work. If that box ain't get wet, it just ain't get wet, bro.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
That's like you don't even have to do nothing for that. You don't gotta do nothing. You can if you do the sexy eye right and that motherfucker elite.
Wait a minute, you said the sexy eye right?
Only light skinned niggas could do that.
But if I'm
do it
drunk,
in the camera.
If I'm
do the
drunk,
sexy
eye in the camera.
I don't do no goddamn
cute ass in
Come
there.
on.
What the fuck you talking about? Look. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I don't do no sexy eye. You said, look.
What's your sexy look?
Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck about no sexy look. Ain't got no haircut. Nah, but like, I don't know, man. Y'all, I don't know. I'm different. I need something to drink though.
Oh my god.
That's your problem now.
Nah, I'm good.
Well, I appreciate you guys weighing in on that, and I definitely appreciate the both of you coming through to spill the tea with Tina. Kind of closing things out. Is there any advice you'd like to give to other comedians, especially like right now? Like, you know, we're in COVID and doing comedy shows and the whole internet taking over. Like, what's your advice for up and coming comedians?
Keep grinding. Don't stop. If you're doing internet right now, keep doing it. All it's gonna take. We was just talking about it before we got here. All it's gonna take for you to put out the right video or for the right person to repost it, you're gonna go viral. If you hitting the stage, keep hitting the stage because all it's gonna take for you to be on the stage and the right person to see you, and you can be on a bigger platform. So whatever you're doing, just be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, be consistent. When you find your lane, stay in that lane. Be consistent in it.
Yeah, for sure. Stay down. Tunnel vision. Like, for real. Don't let nobody talk you out of nothing. Just do it.
Just do it.
Whatever you did, just do it.
Can you say hell yeah one more time? That's such a great.
I don't like me talking but we ask. Hell yeah.
Oh my god. So go ahead and plug both of yourselves again, and let everybody know what you have coming up also.
Man, shout out to my man. Oh well, first of all, I'm Spend It Like I Printed. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Spend It Like I Printed. SPENDIT.
You know what? I don't mean to interrupt you, but we didn't even ask why you spend it like you print it.
Because I'm financially stable.
That's right. Let him know. Let him know. Go ahead.
Very financially stable. But that's another story for another podcast. We'll be drinking coffee then. Milk and cookies is for the rookies. Coffee and donuts is for the grown-ups.
I like it.
Y'all can follow me at Spend It Like I Printed on Instagram. SPENDIT _LIKE_IPRINTIT.
He really spelled that all out.
I mean, you get used to it after a while. But we got a lot of up and coming stuff. Shout out to a buddy of mine. Follow him on Instagram, G That the Great. He got a show coming up. I won't be able to make it, unfortunately. I was supposed to make it, but I will be flying out of town to Cali. Got a movie shoot going on. Tap in when it comes out, y'all. District of Columbia High. Shout out to my man Jimmy, DC's son on Instagram.
That's dope.
He producing one for the home team. But
wait, we should do the snap.
Yeah, snap.
I'm trying to
but I get back on the 10th, and as soon as I get back on the 10th, right, I'm right back here in Baltimore on the 14th.
That's right.
With my man, I know y'all probably always following the big homie Omar Terrell. Her lyrics, I am Omar Terrell on Instagram. Snap it up like that.
Snapping it up.
You gonna be at Magoobies.
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 I'm gonna be there
That's
too.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
And so far and so forth, I'm gonna continue to grind. I'm putting on internet content. Doing my thing on the stage. If you get a chance, you want to come out, please do. If you want to follow me, please do.
Facts. Alright, I'm Mr. Almighty _ Waffle Man on Instagram.
We didn't ask you either what Waffle Man were.
It was given to me back in the day in Southeast. My brother around Mapleview High Street.
When you were visiting from PG County?
I lived there for a minute.
Anyway, on punishment?
Nah, hey, that held my own. They were like, hey man, no, you from DC. I ain't play that shit. But you know what I mean? Out there chilling. It was a dyke, man. I don't gotta say her name, whatever. She's funny as hell. We used to John. Everybody used to John on the porch. You know what I'm saying? My brother porch right there, 4 unit. And she straight cooked me, right? Like I was doing my thing, but she said, "Nigga, you look like a fucking waffle." And I don't know why that shit. We was high as hell off the Reggie. Remember when Reggie was lit? We was high shit off the Reggie and the biggest seat out back then in the Philly. Ooh. God.
Jesus Christ.
Thinking. But she called me waffle and it stuck with me. So as soon as I turned my page off private on Instagram, I was like, waffle. But I had to do Mr. Almighty or Mr. Waffle Man. I was like, that should sound like an ice cream truck. And I switched it up, Mr. Almighty, because I was looking at Bruce Almighty. Shout out to Jim Carrey. I was like, this nigga is amazing. Jim Carrey's amazing.
Me, myself, and Reed, one of my favorite movies, man.
Oh my gosh.
But I got a comedy show March 6th with G-Dot, like Spender said, at the Hangers Club. So that's actually this next Saturday. Okay, yeah. And after that, I mean, you know, we doing our own little movies off impulse. I'm on TikTok dancing and shit. Under I Am Belgium. I mean,
That's
we're going up. We going up. Hell yeah, skits, all that. So comedy, baby.
Let's snap it up.
Comedy.
Tina loves to snap. I love the fact
I
that
am
you
doing
love
this
it.
on every show. This hand doesn't snap.
It don't even matter because this is one of them. You gotta keep it flipper.
And with the nails, yes.
They don't know
I'm gonna be like, yes. Tina bitches. Yes. Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And then, you know, I'm gonna give you a little healing tea to kind of end it. You know, you guys were talking about kind of being consistent, going after your dreams, and I think I'll just kind of end it on that. You know, stay consistent. Sometimes it's hard. You know, we don't get the support from the people we're looking to get the support from. Just stay after your dreams and goals, because you think people aren't paying attention, but they are. And, you know, I sometimes with media, like, I kind of have my own journey. And I was on somebody else's podcast and just was like getting recognition from other people. And they're like, you know, keep going. We hear you. You know, it just kind of made me feel better. It's like, well, just keep pushing. So definitely keep pushing after your motherfucking dreams. You know,
We'll snap to that.
Snap to that. Till next time, Spilling Tea with Tina.